Don't you love new phases, Sag? I love them. It's a new phase for you right now. And I'm going to show you why when I animate this and get under the camera there to see what I'm doing. There's a Sun and Mercury conjunction in Leo here in the 9th house, which is all to do with journeys. But I've got a sense here, because Mercury's involved in this, that this has to do with mental journeys, expanding your horizons intellectually, spiritually, philosophically. And the 9th house has to do with your belief systems. So this is a time of, I suppose, deep investigation. That's going to be very much triggered by this transit of the moon here this month. And that happens on the 9th when we see a new moon here in the 9th house. You might be surprised, especially because we have this square aspect. It's going to be Uranus here. You can see the square taking place here, meaning some sudden or abrupt changes or catalysts that are not comfortable for you, things that you don't feel really good about, but force you to look at what your belief systems are. There it is on the 9th. And with Mercury, you are inquiring. As long as you keep an open mind. You know, they say that minds are like parachutes. They only function when open. And that's very, very important for you this month. That's the belief system side of it. The moon makes conjunction with Mars and Venus here on the 10th and 11th in your 10th house of career. There's a lot of drive right now. Mars is one of your best planets ruling this 5th house. It's a creative planet, so you're able to bring, along with Mercury there on the 12th, transiting into this area, you've got the intellectual power, that's Mercury, you've got the physical drive and stamina, which is Mars, and the cordial sort of diplomatic abilities of Venus there. What a lovely combination. Generally, however, Mercury and Mars are not too friendly together. You've got to be careful that you're not too sarcastic or too smart-assed about how you're handling your professional negotiations with that there, because that can be a little bit offensive. You can be challenging to others. Nevertheless, I think you're going to see some gains there, especially after the 17th, when Venus, ruler of your 11th house, I've got to sing that. I don't know why I have to sing that, probably because it's such a positive transit that it's going to bring with it some beautiful new connections that can help you in your career. And I say that too because Venus is also ruling and regulating this part of the horoscope here, this 6th house, which is dominated by Taurus. So both Taurus and Libra are ruled by Venus. Positive sort of aspect. Look at the full moon here that we see taking place in the lower part of your horoscope, just as the sun moves up here. There can be a bit of a tug of war here between your domestic and personal responsibilities, which is this 4th house, and then you see the sun moving into the 10th house. Grand opportunity for promotions, for renegotiation of your circumstances in your work. And I say renegotiation because this 3rd house, which is the contractual part of your horoscope, look at these two heavy-hitting planets, we call them heavy hitters, Jupiter and Saturn, which are retrograde right now, and they stay retrograde for some time, which can be a little ominous. Negotiations take place, but you're wondering when it's going to come through. So I'm just looking here how I reconcile this 3rd house of retrograde negotiations with this very powerful triplicate of transits, the sun especially in the 10th house, along with Mars, which get what we call directional strength. And that's in the south, by the way. Head south, young man. That's where all the action is. Big gains to be made. So I'm thinking, my intuition tells me that the opportunities are there. The opportunities are promised. If you don't actually bag the opportunity, it's promised, and you can get a memo of understanding going on that. But you may have to wait some time until these two planets move in their forward motion. You'll see here, I think this is a staggered sort of growth path for you, because Mercury and Venus lovely planets in the 11th house. They bring very good gains, a lot of love, a lot of friendship. And because Mercury is ruling your marital sector, we see here some karmic, sort of going a bit ahead of myself here, but it's still applicable because Mercury was there in August into this 11th house. But the North Node here is showing us some big developments in your personal life as well, not just your professional life. But this is a very fulfilling aspect, having your marital and significant other planet moving here in the 11th house. So I think you can be fulfilled there, you can find some reconciliation, and even if these things are delayed, they're nonetheless vouchsafed. So green light. Is it a green light or a green thumb? Well, if you're a gardener, it's a green thumb. Otherwise, it's a green light. Go on over to astrology.com.au. I've got your monthly synopsis there. We've got the transcript of this. It's a little bit rough around the edges, but I'm sure you'll be able to grasp what I'm saying. And the chronological transits, which give you an even more detailed analysis day by day of what's happening. Subscribe. Got to subscribe. Drop me a note if you want. Don't be scared to do that. When I can, I'll respond to you, and I'll see you here next month. Take care. Bye-bye.